Today we're going to be taking an in-depth look at the Michigan player exclusive Air Jordan 6. And if you guys didn't know by now, my name is DJ and this is The DNA Show. On this channel, I love giving you guys in-depth reviews, breaking down the styles, cuts, materials, and especially the nostalgia and history behind all the models. And one thing that I love even more is adding rare gems like this to my collection, especially when it's a Jordan 6, because we all know this is my favorite model. So I'm definitely excited to break these things down for you today. Now, before we get started into that, we got to talk about the history first. So some people may or may not know, but the University of Michigan is a college that is sponsored by the Jordan brand. They have not always been sponsored by a Jordan brand, but recently over the past few years, we have definitely seen that transition and them going over with the basketball team and the football team especially, and seeing different player edition models coming out over the years. For example, you got shoes like the Air Jordan 3, the Air Jordan 1, the Jordan 4, the Jordan 5, and now the Jordan 6. And for the people down below in the comment section saying I forgot some, I didn't forget. Trust me, I know all the models. I just wanted to highlight a couple because we're focusing on the 6s today. So speaking of the 6s in particular, these were somewhat a part of a set, you would say. Some people say it's a set, some people say no. I think there's different ways you can interpret it, but basically each year Jordan brand always selects a number that they want to do. So this year is the Jordan 6, last year was the Jordan 5, different things like that, right? So they'll take a number and they'll say, hey, we're gonna customize it and we're gonna put the school colors over it, and we're gonna do it for each and every school that we sponsor. Or sometimes they'll do it for some of the schools, not all of the schools. They're always kind of selective, but usually it'll be about 5 to 7 schools depending on the model and what they decide to do, whether it be basketball or football. So with that, we saw the Air Jordan 6 surface this year, and they have multiple schools that they decided to do. And they also announced their collaboration with UCLA this year, introducing that Air Jordan 6 model, which I gotta get those in my collection because those are fire. And then Oregon is just Oregon. They just get all their own crazy stuff that's separate from everybody else, which on a whole different level, but we could talk about that in another video. So anyways, when it comes to this Air Jordan 6 model, we have UNC, Michigan, Marquette, Georgetown, Florida Gators, UCLA, and Oklahoma. And most people know I'm a huge Air Jordan 6 fan, and I already have the UNC version right here, and I have the Michigan right here. So you know what that means. We got 2 of them, but we got a lot of work to do, and I plan on completing the whole set by the end of the year. I'm gonna take my time. I don't want to rush it. I want to make sure I get good deals along the way, but we can talk about that a little bit later in the video. I think we've done enough talking. Let's just go ahead and start breaking down this shoe. Starting with the bottom, you have your classic Air Jordan 6 outsole. These come with a naturally kind of, I would say, creamy kind of aged look when it comes to the clear pods that you see on the front and the back end of the shoe. You got a kind of a sail colorway, not a pure white on the rubber, and then you got a yellow Jumpman right here representing the Michigan colors. Going up to the midsole, similar vibes with the sail right here on the midsole and the yellow on the front and back end, also on the inside of the foot as well. And then to the upper, oh, the upper. Every single Air Jordan 6 from this pack is essentially the same when it comes to the materials. Obviously the colors are gonna change and the branding is gonna change, but besides that, they're all gonna come with a premium cracked leather like this on the top of all the models. And I'm telling you right now, these things are very, very nice. I would say if you were to relate it to a different sneaker, consider comparing these something more similar to the A Ma Maniére Air Jordan 1. I think it's a little bit different when it comes to the just feel of the material, but I feel like that's a great comparison for a sneaker that people may have seen or touched in person before. So basically this shoe is covered in that all navy material, and you have your splashes of yellow on the front and back end. So looking at the fabric right here around the lace lock area, this is a yellow suede. Normally on a regular Air Jordan 6 Retro, it's more of a nylon material. So that's definitely a switch up when it comes to materials and giving you more of a premium feel. Now, another thing that they did on here, they added the Chenille Patches with the Jumpman logo here on one side and the 23 on the other. And that's another premium hit. Something that you might see on an Air Jordan 8 when it comes to the tongue on there. But I definitely like the switch up in the addition on this model. And it's the same on the other models as well when it comes to the other schools. These come standard with a pair of white laces, and you have a navy blue nylon just behind that. You have a translucent tongue at the top end. You have a yellow lace lock with the blue Michigan logo on both sides. Behind the tongue, it's a navy blue mesh and a navy blue sock liner. And then on the insoles right here, it's almost kind of like, I would say, like a leather material, and it's all yellow with the white Nike Air on that. Now going to the back end of the shoe, you have your translucent pull tab similar to the tongue with a yellow stripe in the middle of that, and then you have your classic Michigan M here in yellow stitch on the back end of the heel. Overall, looking at this sneaker, it definitely screams premium when it comes to materials and how the shoe is put together, and I love the fact that the shoe already kind of has that age vibe to it. This is definitely a trend that we have seen more recently over the past couple years, with the shoes giving more of that vintage look or that kind of old school vibe to it. So I'm not mad at it, and I definitely like these. Again, don't get me wrong, this is not the best Air Jordan 6 of all time, but I definitely want to complete these in my set, and I think they're for sure up there when it comes to my top Air Jordan 6s in my collection. Now, one question that I have for the people is, which one do you guys like more? Do you like the UNC Air Jordan 6 or the Michigan Air Jordan 6? I posted a poll on my Instagram story to see what everybody else thinks. If you haven't already, make sure you follow me on IG so you can participate in the polls and see all the results here on the channel. But this is what the people said. 64% of the people chose the UNC and 36% of the people chose the Michigan. I completely understand, simply because this baby blue is going crazy, and it definitely makes sense in my eyes, and I feel like those results are pretty accurate. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Which one do you guys like more? So some of you guys may or may not know, but I ended up getting these through a trade. I traded these to Untied LA. I flew out there and I gave them 10 different sneakers, and I traded them for this one. But either way, each shoe from this collection of the Air Jordan 6s from this year gonna roughly run you somewhere around $5,000 in value on average, to say. Again, there's a lot of different variables when it comes to this stuff, but that just kind of gives the people the idea for the ones that are asking, and me telling you the prices and everything like that when you see the title and the thumbnail and everything like that. So anyways, what do we need to talk about next? I'm trying to remember, because I always got to make sure I cover that part in the video, because people always be asking. If I didn't cover it right, I'll make another video explaining why PEs are worth so much and everything like that. I feel like we do need to make a video about that. Actually, I don't think we made one yet. If we need to make that video, let me know down below in the comment section. I'll try to get you guys a PEs explained. Like, should that be the title? I don't know, we'll figure it out. So I think that's gonna be good. I think we covered everything. I'm excited to add these to my collection. I want to get all of them, honestly. I don't know which one I'm gonna get next, but we'll see. We're gonna try to make it happen. As of right now, we're getting like once a month. There's about 6 or 7 in the collection, so we might be able to complete this whole set by the end of the summer. We shall see. So I'll see you guys in another one. I appreciate you as always. I wanted to make sure I got this video up because a lot of people wanted to see some in-depth shots, some in-hand looks and all those things. So yeah, I think that's gonna do it. I'm excited to be back. We're ready to create. I'm ready to go crazy. Bro, we got a lot of videos coming up. I'll see you guys in another one. All right. Yo, if you enjoyed this video and want to grow your collection or make extra money on the side, I built a VIP mastermind that will teach you everything that I've learned about growing my sneaker collection over the past 15 years. This will also give you access to the DNA fam in my VIP community, where we talk about investing outside of sneakers. And don't worry, if you don't plan on joining the VIP community, it's okay. I also set up a private DNA fam community that gives you access to all the behind the scenes looks from the studio and multiple chances to win free sneakers and gear from weekly and monthly challenges. So all you need to do is click on the link down below in the description, or the first link pinned in the comment section. That will get you set up and into the community. I'm excited to see you guys on the inside. If you made it to the end of this video, I'm telling you right now, that might have been the worst outro I ever had, because I just was rambling off and everything, and I'm still talking right now. So I appreciate you guys. Drop a comment down below and tell me, I don't even know. I couldn't even think of a word today. Either way, I appreciate y'all. We're on the road to 1 million subscribers too. Don't forget that. We got to get to 1 million subscribers.